As you can see, beautiful typography on the right, the new Helvetica Nui light font, and we have the blue iPhone 5 for the iPhone 5C for unboxing, in which the C stands for color and not cheap. Yes, that is the same iPhone we have here. So let's go ahead and unbox this. We have the first colored iPhone here, so we are pretty excited to open and see the color. So let's go ahead and unbox it. The plastic is evident and it looks really good. Yes, and that is the phone. That is the blue iPhone 5 that I have in my hands right now. It feels really good in the hands, and wow, the plastic is really nice, really high quality. Just a quick comparison with other plastic devices here. You have the Lumia 920, which also has a polycarbonate back, and we think it looks a bit similar. Perhaps the iPhone is a bit too glossy here. And then we also have the Lumia 625 here, which has a matte plastic and arguably feels a lot better than the iPhone 5C in blue. So yeah, that's the iPhone 5C in blue, and it has literally the same specifications as the iPhone 5. We'll take a look at the iPhone 5C in depth, but before that, let's go through the box contents as we always do. So over at the top, you can see that there is a small card with the instructions here. This is the user manual, and you can read about all the instructions in this user manual. So we'll go through that, and yes, you also have the Apple stickers here. That's about it pretty much, and you also have the tool for the SIM ejector. That's pretty much it for the booklets in the box. Now you have the other parts of the box neatly packaged. This is classic Apple. You have the new earphones with the iPhone 5C. Pretty expected this. Nothing new here. So moving on, we have the lightning cable down at the bottom of the box, and over at the top you have the US pin, because we ordered it from the US. That's the USB wall charger. So that's about it for the box. Pretty neat. Of course, it's Apple, it's neat, but what about the phone? So there you go, that's the iPhone 5. It runs iOS 7 out of the box. Let's quickly go through the hardware, which is exactly similar to the one on the iPhone 5, which we will show you shortly, but let's go through the hardware first. So on the front you have the 4-inch screen, 4-inch diagonal. It's a 16:9 screen now, similar to the iPhone 5 again, 1136 by 640. Over at the top you have the earpiece and the front facing camera and a couple of sensors, which is not visible in the black bezel, which is quite nice. And over here you have the normal home button, unlike the iPhone 5s's fingerprint sensor button. So over at the right you have the nano SIM tray here, which is ejected by the SIM ejector tool that we showed you earlier. And over at the left hand side you have the volume rocker and the ringer or rotation lock switch. And over at the top you have the power button, of course, and over at the bottom you have the lightning port, the microphone, the speakers, and the 3.5mm audio jack. So the only change in terms of internals between the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5 is the slightly bigger battery, but we'll consider the size and the other aspects soon. So over at the back you have the 8-megapixel iSight camera with a secondary microphone for stereo audio and video recording, a single LED flash, the Apple insignia, the iPhone branding, and whatnot. That's it. That's the same iPhone, but now in plastic. It feels glossy and it actually feels really nice in the hand. It's high quality plastic, but if you ask us what the quality is like, we would say it's probably lesser than the Lumia 925's density. We would say it's a bit more glossy, pretty much like the older MacBooks, as Varun Krish had said. So yeah, that's the quality of the iPhone 5C's plastic. This is actually really nice and feels great in the hand. We really love the blue colors, because our logo is blue too, so we love blue, and that's exactly the reason we bought the blue color. This is really nice. So let's go ahead and power on the device and see how the display looks like. There's not really much of a change in terms of other hardware aspects. It still runs on the Apple A6 system on a chip, the same one that is on the iPhone 5, and it has the same amount of RAM and all the internals. We got the 16 gigabytes version, so yeah, it has the 16 gigabytes of internal storage. So overall, the exterior change is the blue plastic here. Let's get the iPhone 5 here. So yeah, this is the iPhone 5 and this is the iPhone 5C. Both look practically the same. The iPhone 5C is probably a little shorter, but otherwise it looks almost exactly the same. You can see the change in the font here and the change in the glossiness of the Apple logo. You have a silver kind of a logo here. So over at the sides here, you can see that the iPhone 5C is probably a little bit thicker than the iPhone 5. Over at the bottom, you can see that these grills are absent on the 5C. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. And over at this side too, it's exactly the same. As you can see, the internal chassis might not have changed that much. It's almost exactly the same. The width and the height seem exactly the same too, so we are not really sure if it's really thicker or broader. It really looks exactly the same. Even on the front, you can see that the arrangement of the sensors on the front facing camera are pretty much the same. So yes, that was a quick look at the iPhone 5C versus the iPhone 5 in terms of appearance. So it looks like we don't have battery on this phone, or yes, we have. So yes, it runs on iOS 7, and we'll run through the setup and set it up the iPhone 5C. Meanwhile, you can check out our other hands-on posts of the iPhone 5C that we took in Hong Kong. We have a lot of colors to show. So basically, the iPhone 5C is exactly the iPhone 5 with plastic colors and the outer shell, of course. So you can take a look at the other colors in our other hands-on video, but that's about it for the unboxing. You can check back to our channel for more coverage on the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5S. We'll be putting up a lot of coverage on both these phones and compare it with other phones. So that's about it from me. This is Bharadwaj signing off. This is the iPhone 5C unboxing of the Blue Edition.